Greetings, Star Citizens, and welcome to another beautiful day in the verse. Now, today I decided I would do something a little bit different, and that is a little bit of racing. Now, I used to do quite a lot of racing. I used to do it sort of every day, and I used to be somewhat good at it. I wasn't anywhere near the best, but I was definitely top 100, and I enjoyed it a lot, but then I just ended up getting frustrated with all the bugs and the errors and everything going wrong, and it led me to melting my M50 out of pure frustration and anger. I just didn't want anything to do with the ship, because it was a racing ship, and yes, it can be used as an interceptor, and yes, it can sort of dogfight, but it was very much a racing ship, and I was frustrated. I felt it was wasted, and I just gave up with racing. But with the anniversary sale giving me the opportunity, that never happened. With the anniversary sale giving me the opportunity to buy the M50 back, I decided I would get the M50 back, and I would get back into racing, and I would put my ass in gear and start practicing again. So I am terrible at racing right now. As you can see, I'm sort of all over the place. I'm not smooth because I'm rusty as hell. I've not done racing in many months. I mean, I've done it every now and then just for a sort of laugh. I took a Sabre into the race a few weeks ago just to try and get a bit of wreck, but I've not properly raced in many months. So I'm rusty as hell, and yeah, and I want to do a tutorial on racing, even though I'm not the greatest. I would like to sort of give a few tips of sort of things I've learned along the way, but I figured it would be pointless because, well, for the starts, you can see I'm terrible. But the other reason it would be pointless is because the Alpha 2.6 is going to change the flight model pretty much completely. I mean, it is sort of a subtle change. It's just sort of a simple halving of the speed and double the acceleration. I mean, it is a bit more detailed than that, but essentially it's half the speed, double the acceleration. So it's still going to be very similar, but it is going to be a lot different. You know, tips that I would give in 2.5 are going to be completely irrelevant once we have 2.6, and therefore trying to give tips on sort of racing in 2.5 is, in my opinion, pointless, because it'll be made redundant in a few weeks' time or a couple weeks' time when we get Alpha 2.6. But when Alpha 2.6 comes out, I will definitely be doing racing every single day. I would like, because I'm a very competitive person, which you may or may not have noticed. I like to compete to be the best. I know I never am the best, and I very likely will never be the best, but I like to at least try. I like to aim to be as good as I possibly can. So when Alpha 2.6 comes out, I'm definitely going to be putting my work in to try and get somewhere near the top. I would like to get at least top 25. That's sort of my goal, is to try and be top 25. Currently, I'm sort of like top 50. I don't know where exactly, but my lap times puts me sort of top 50 or potential top 50, and I keep taking this horrible line because I'm rusty and I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to go on the outside of this billboard, just ignore that, pretend it didn't happen. But yeah, I'm rusty as hell, so I wouldn't take any tips from this, but I just thought I'd do a bit of a racing video just to mix it up, because I've not really done a proper racing video. I did one video where sort of I recorded a little bit of an issue that happened in racing, but I've not really done an actual racing video as per se. So I figured I would do one just to sort of introduce something that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing more racing videos in the future, and like I say, when 2.6 comes out, I will be doing somewhat of a tutorial on sort of how to improve your lap times, or just how to practice, you know, how I practiced. Essentially, the way I practiced is I flew around the track extremely slowly. It sounds stupid, but that is the way I learnt. I learnt to just fly around. So what I did is I started out flying around the track, crashing into things like that. I started flying around the track in sort of like 50% throttle. I can't remember the exact throttle I did, but I sort of picked a throttle. I was like, okay, I'm just going to pick this throttle. I'm going to do 50% and I'm going to fly around the track with no boost, no afterburner. I'm just going to fly around with 50% throttle. And then the next lap, I did 60% and then 70% and then 80%, 90%, etc. And then when I got comfortable at 100%, I started to introduce the boost, the afterburner, and the blackouts, because boosting and afterburner is sort of a guaranteed blackout and a crash into a building. Fan-dabby dozy. Now ship's going to go all over the place because I forgot to reset the thrusters. So that's a little thing that you have to do with the M50. So anyone that's racing with the M50 and gets frustrated with it like I did, a little tip to sort of make it easier is once you start the race, press the 6 key twice. That'll disable and re-enable your engines, and it will stop the whole weird sort of wobbly where it goes up and then down and it just doesn't fly straight. That's the only fix I've thought of that. But anyway, that's all for this video. It's a short video and I apologize if the quality is terrible. My Adobe Premiere or my Adobe Creative Cloud subscription ran out, so I don't have Premiere anymore. And I will see you guys in the next video. Laters, taters.